All right, the Seattle Seahawks Thursday practice is in the books. There were really no off-field moves, so let's get to the video.
Obviously taking it one day at a time, but we can't wait for the game. I think the guys are super excited and ready to go out there and execute, be in front of the home fans. Looking forward to the 12s coming out, being loud as ever. Looking forward to a special season and, all of us collectively just having a bunch of fun. The right guys in place. I think we have a great system in place and the right coaches, and I look forward to this season, but mainly game one and just getting out there in front of the fans and just showing what we can. Hopefully score points. That's the main thing. However we get it done, the main thing that we have to do is score points and score a lot of them. So we got a ton of weapons outside. We got a ton of weapons in our backfield. Great tight ends, great O-line. And it's up to us to go out there and put the points up. That's the best thing, and that's the main thing we want to do is score a lot of points, give our fans a lot to cheer about, be excited about, and make a lot of big plays. Bunch of guys on that side of the ball, a couple guys that we know. Cody Barton's over there now. Pat Surtain, who's one of the better corners in the league. Congrats to him on getting paid. They have a scheme that we're pretty familiar with, just in being able to see it in practice and stuff the past few years. And so I'm pretty sure they're going to have some new wrinkles in there, some things we haven't seen on tape, some things that we might not have expected. But that's always the game. You got to be ready for it, and you got to use your rules. And so just looking forward to going up against a really stout defense. Let the defense dictate that. I think we have a great system in place that allows us to do that. And then obviously we want to be aggressive up front, right? We want to control the line of scrimmage. We want to run the ball. We want to be effective. We want to be efficient in the passing game. We want to be explosive as well. And so I think we have all the dynamics to be able to do those things. But again, it just comes down to execution, and I feel really great about where we are right now and what we'll do. He's leading the group already, and we've had a bunch of meetings on our own where we're just working on our vocabulary and just speaking the same language when we're out there on the field. And he's done a great job with that. He's a true professional, and I think he's going to be a great asset for us.
I just thought of that when I saw your whole. Hey, that's funny. That's funny. Wake up, King Scott. Hey, what the knee? Hey, let's go take a walk. Do that for me.
No, I think it's the same amount of excitement. You're in camp for so long, it feels like, and you're kind of grinding away into finally getting into action, the finally game plan. It's exciting. So, similar excitement. I would say it feels pretty similar. Going to last year, remember, I started that game week one, and I don't know, I just have a similar confidence. Just kind of playing my game, my style, being me. Just try to be perfect as I can in practice, and just continue to be me. And so I think that translates no matter what kind of is going on externally with my role on the team. And so I think from a leadership perspective, though, I think it's a little heightened. I got to be, I think, more aware of, the feeling in my room. DBs talking to my corners, my nickels, other safeties, just making sure we're all in the same accord and we can go out there and win a game. And that's such a corny joke that I think perfectly embodies kind of his charisma. I've never heard that before, weirdly. I've been playing football for a while. And so, that was just I chuckled at that one. Vulnerable enough to express, and to really detail out his thoughts. I think, as clear cut and easy as it might seem for him sometimes, he takes the time to kind of dissect it and break down certain schemes, certain things that he's feeling or thinking. And I mean, he's just so aware in terms of his play calling and how he's going to dial up a game, what he's thinking in certain situations. I think when you have coaches and coordinators who do that, it helps you. It helps you play fast because you'll understand what you have to defend, and for the offense, vice versa. So when he calls a play in the game Sunday, we can know what he's thinking and why he's calling it, so we can be just quicker.
See what we're gonna do, as far as team wise, but I'm just ready to be back in Lumen. I just know the fans they go crazy when we back in Lumen, so I just ready to experience that again. It's been a minute.
Yeah, those three
Let's go, control, 5 reps. Stay square in the open up. Stay square in the open up. Hey, let's take the edges, fellas. 3-spot skater. Lateral 45 straight back. Lateral 45 straight back. 3 of each. 3 of each.
Play against another team and really showcase what we can do. What was the question?
Well, yeah.
Like I said, I think I said it before. Like Reed got a point to prove, not to nobody else but to himself. Like he is who he say he is, and he just got to go out there and prove it to himself. So what I seen from Reed this year, it's gonna be very exciting for what he gonna do this year.
get out there and just work the kinks out together with the new calls, new system, be able to talk the same language, and just make sure it didn't, it wasn't the first time they felt those feelings and those thoughts when they got out there against Denver. So I credit those guys for wanting to do that, and feel good about the process. I don't know, we've both done a great job. Obviously, still working with Connor to get there, but I think as a unit, they're meshing really good. I think they've done a great job of understanding, how to work together, how to get guys into different spots, and the gel has been, especially the last 10 days, the last 14 days, has been outstanding. I feel the same way as players, though, to be honest with you. I can remember the first time I was calling a game. It had been a while since I was at Sioux Falls, and I coordinated for a while and then moved on, position coach, and then I got back to calling it. My first game back was in the Coliseum when I was at Fresno State. We were playing USC. And, leading up to the game, I was like, okay, go through, memorize all my calls, do all this. And you get there, the ball's kicked, teed up, and the first 3rd and 4 happens, and you're rolling. It's very similar for players. They get out there, there's a lot building up to it, but then you just got to do your job, and you got to work into it and play within your bounds. It is fun, though. It's a lot of fun. I think he's extremely creative on challenging quarterbacks and what they're seeing and what they think's happening. He gets his guys to play fast, run to the ball, the technique sound. So not only are they complex and deep in what they do, but I think they're fundamentally sound, which is great for us. It forces us to be the same. So it's been a blast. Pain in the ass, but
When you're playing an uncommon opponent, when you're playing like an uncommon opponent, I think you have to kind of look at yourself, you have to be led by your rules, you have to understand how you align, you have to be able to communicate at a high level. And really, if you take that and then you look at the start of the season, the start of the season is about execution fundamentals. Really and truthfully, everyone's still finding out who they are. That's the growth of the NFL. Teams evolve over the season. Our chance to go out there, it's all about us. It's about us and how we approach it, and when we go out there, how we execute. All right, so there you go. You saw the B-roll, and you heard the post-practice interviews. And I'll just start with the B-roll in terms of, again, you saw Geno Smith and also Connor Williams taking more pre-practice snaps, and Geno trying to get him up to speed. As far as Julian Love, he just talked about the optimism about this defense, and so did Devon Witherspoon. Look, the thing about the Seahawks right now, there's a cautious optimism. It's optimism in terms of, look what we've built. As Mike McDonald likes to talk about, they've been stacking practices, stacking plays, but there's an accountability factor. So it isn't just a rah, rah, rah. And that's what I'm sensing from this team right now. And you heard that from Ryan Grubb and also Gordon Darden in terms of defensive coordinator, but they gave you a little bit more in terms of how they're going to attack it. And Ryan Grubb, talked about the diversity of their offense. And as a result, before that, I went and talked with Zach Charbonnet and Ken McIntosh before practice today, because I really think the untold story is the running backs. We didn't see Ken Walker except for 5 plays. Same thing with Zach Charbonnet. He played a little bit more, but it was really more Ken McIntosh and things like that, and George Halani. Look for the running backs to play a critical part on Sunday and in terms of this offense. We get it. The DK Metcalf, the Tyler Lockett, and all of that. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a big year for Ken Walker here and the running back. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. From the VMAC in Renton, I'm Asvita Marihira, the CascadiaSports.net report.